sir. 10 days, sir. But I will tell them, before introducing this, you can able to do it in less than 30 minutes. Sir, also, in our case, sir, any audit we spend, 80% of the SME audits, 80% of the time we spend in extracting, transforming and loading the data. 80% sir. Only 20% of the time we will spend on real extraction of the intelligence report or any difference reports and keep it as a working paper, raise the issue with the client. So now my idea is to reduce the 80% time to nothing. Okay, this particular same data set, sir, it's very difficult. Even the moment I done this data set, I don't know what it can do. But another analysis which you are going to see, it can take single table to do a GST analysis. One table is enough, sir. GST table pandrakka. So GST analysis pandrakka. So now I am going to do the GST analysis through this particular table. Matter of few clicks only. I want you to pay attention here, sir. Okay, maybe these two things you take it forward. Later you can do multiple things out of this depending upon what kind of visualization you have with respect to pivot tables and power pivots. So again, sir, there is a requirement that GST has to be done for this client. If I go to tally, balance sheet, current liabilities, sundry credit, duties and taxes, there are 3 ledgers, sir, here. All the 3 ledgers are CGST, SGST and IGST. It's a demo data given by tally. Avanga site la dhaan eduthirukkom. It's not the new data. They have very simple 3 ledgers. When you click on the ledger, the basic ledger will happen. There is no group names, nothing. A monthly summary is coming. Now, so what will happen in the real case, sir? Will it have 3 ledgers? There are multiple ledgers here. Am I right, sir? My simple idea will overcome. Unfortunately, I don't have data. Okay, if at all I get some time tomorrow, I'll try to share a live data how to do. Let's assume there are 40 ledgers in this screen. You create 3 groups, sir, called CGST, SGST, IGST in this particular folder. 3 groups, CGST, SGST, IGST. Map all the ledgers to that group. Regroup those ledgers. Yes, not necessarily rate wise. Any rate of CGST, put it in CGST account. Any rate of IGST, put it in IGST group. Any rate of HGST, put it in HGST group. Irrespective of fact whether it is a input ledger, output ledger, cash ledger, ITC ledger, credit ledger or refund receivable ledger. Whatever it is, you go and group it under one head, sir. So now after grouping, it will also be similarly looking like this, but instead of a ledger name, it will be a group name, sir. Instead of a ledger name, it is a group name. That's it. These are the 2 differences. Currently, I am working on with the ledger name. If at all you have transaction, maybe next 15 minutes there will be a tea time anytime soon after this. I would like to make you to create groups like that, map all the ledgers, try group wise. Okay, sir. So we are going to be in the same scenario for next 20 minutes. We will make sure that every member take this report out of this session today. So this is the scenario here. Already I have taken the transactional data. Already I have taken the transaction data. Select everything. Insert a pivot table. Sir, we are the only one in this country preferably doing a GST analysis with one pivot table, sir. I'll bet you this one table will do all input, outputs and everything. Select it, give OK. Pivot table window is coming. So first one, I need to analyze invoice wise every item I need to do. So I'm going to take the first folder called key, because the key has all the voucher types. Every voucher will get listed. I have 404, which I just shown you in the morning. Okay, in the start of the session. So what is the second step? I'm going to take amount, drag it 2 values. Mostly amount will be going to values, sir, because we are going to differentiate on the amounts. Why it is 0? Debit and credits, net amount is 0. So please see here, I am going to take ledger name, crucial step sir, nobody will think like this. There are hundreds of ledger. Take ledger name and drag it to columns. So all ledgers will come on the top. All ledgers A to Z, 100 ledgers will come to the top. Now what ledgers we want in the report sir, GST report, preferably GST ledgers. Simple sir, primary group, right click, add to a slicer. Sir, I am doing primary group here, and inside ledgers are added. Inside ledgers are added. If you have multiple ledgers, what you have to do sir? Instead of ledger you have to add parent. Instead of ledger you have to add parent. So now I am going to select all the ledgers falling under the group called duties and taxes from the slicer. Done. So what does this report say sir? So what does this report looks like sir? Can somebody help me out? Yeah, impact in the GST ledgers, transactional wise it is there. Initially we saw 400 transactions sir. I'm going to scroll down now. Initially we saw 400. There are 92. Why it is 92 sir? Yeah, these transactions only affecting the GST ledgers. And debit and credit, net is there. Sir, this minus means debit, plus means credit. There could be few transactions where debits and credits will be there, grand total will be 0. Those transactions are transfer entries from CGST to SGST or kind of entries sir. Now, so this is a very base report sir. I am going to copy this 3-column report. I am going to copy, put it under a new sheet. Put it under a new sheet. Okay. Sir, what are the other columns required for GST analysis sir? All the transactions listed. What are the other columns which we need for analysis with the government side? The 1 or 2B or whatever, 2A. What columns we require, sir? Huh? Yeah, GST number. So I need party name, sir. Party name. Okay, then, sir, GSTN. Date of invoice. Invoice number. Then sir, tax values are here. Don't we need the taxable values? So total taxable value. Anything else significant sir? These 4 fields are there. We can do analysis. We look up what sum if can do. Yes. So I'm going to show you. So we need party name. Again I'll sum up, we need party name, you all be doing this sir, we need party name, we need GST number, we need date, we need invoice number, we need total taxable value. Simple sir. Sir, what is the first field sir? It is a key combination of the voucher type, the master ID and the voucher number. So please help me out sir. Any chance we can take from this particular table? Key is there. Date. So what formula sir? A simple VLOOKUP will do. Party ledger name sir. This party name in that particular transaction. VLOOKUP will do sir. Am I right sir? GST number in that particular transaction. GST number from the master. Both the GST numbers I have taken sir. Sir, could there be any difference between the GST number in the transaction and GST number on the master? Yes. What kind of difference sir? Yes. No sir. Initially they will create with one GST number sir, wrong GST number. With the wrong GST number they will create purchases and sales. Later they'll go and amend the GST number in the ledger master, but unfortunately, the old transaction GST number will not get updated. So Tally is trying to fix it, sir. Yesterday there was a launch called Tally 3.0, where the data structure itself, instead of 5 digits, is being converted into 6 digits. I don't know even my TDL works. Yesterday I created the TDL, compiled this TDL with unlimited days of license. Now I have reduced this TDL till 31st of December 2025. Because by then you all will get upgraded to 3.0. So I'll make sure there is one more collection I'll write and give you, which will have a perpetual validity of this collections. So both the numbers are taken for your ready reference. You can pull in both the transactional GST number as well as the GST number in the ledger master for your better reference, so that you will know which GST number is available in the ledger master, which GST number is available in the transaction master. Simple VLOOKUP will do it, sir. And next one, sir. Date is there, and also for the purchases entry, sir, purchases entry, should we take our invoice number or the party's invoice number, sir? Party's invoice number. Sir, party invoice number, where we will put in Tally, sir? Reference number and reference date. Am I right, sir? Inside the purchases voucher. Also the same can be enabled in a journal voucher. Reference number and reference date, sir. So this information is also pulled out. If you want input ledgers, you can give this as an appropriate column for invoice number and invoice date, so that the purchases invoice number is also taken. So let's quickly spend another 2 minutes. I think by 4:30, they said 4:45. No change, sir. Okay. No. 4:30 they asked me to leave for a break.
It is 4:45 already.
Yeah. I'm just telling them, sir. So they said, institutes told me, then I replied back, calendar edavadhu pakkathula vekka matingala? What if happen if I cross this day and go for tomorrow? And then they said, there's a clock in the last. It is this. Then I got to know why the clock is this side. It is for the faculties to see the time and leave you for the tea. So I'll spend 2 more minutes, sir. Quickly, I'll give you at least 30 minutes time so that you can achieve this. Okay. So party name, sir. I'm doing a simple VLOOKUP. Simple VLOOKUP of this row. Go to transactional data. Sir, also I'll share this working in the Google sheet. Later you can go and refer this all pivots. So party name is $24. So I got Sir, 1 minute, sir. Can you please, all VLOOKUPs everyone will know. I believe you know, you all, some kind of, intermediate level of Excel users. Can you please suggest me how to take this total taxable value, sir? Which formula I can use? Taxable value. Sum if. Sir, sum if I will do with this, sir, of the amount column. What will happen to the amount column, sir? Add all, it has both debits and credits. So what is the resultant, sir? 0. Sum if will not work, sir. Sum if will not work because it takes both debits and credits. Ultimately, debit and credit total for a particular line item is 0. So, way out. I'll quickly introduce one more column. One more column is revenue. So the ledger is revenue or not is being mentioned. That means it gives you, if it is yes, if it is 1, it is a profit and loss affecting ledger. If it is 0, it is a balance sheet affecting ledger. So what should I do, sir? Instead of sum if, I have to use sum ifs. Not only taking the key, also taking the is revenue column. Very critical, sir. And also, if I take this, if I take input on capital assets, that will not be listed out here. Because I am taking the revenue items total using this column, so it will not certainly work out. So one last formula, sir, before we close, I will put in that particular array some ifs. I'll later share you this. Also immediately, while in the T, I'll share you the sheet. So it is asking me some range. I'm going to go to the transactional data. Take the amount column, put a comma. It is asking me what is the criteria of range 1. So I'm going to first filter the criteria as this key, comma, and give the key name here. And it will ask me what is the criteria for the range 2. Here it is raised revenue, comma 1. 1 is the revenue item, it's a Boolean field where you have yes and no's, otherwise zeros and ones. So this is what the taxable value is, sir. Why it is minus, it is debit because it is purchases. So simple, I'm going to copy this, paste it all over the array, done. Date alone has to be formatted. It is morning DC sir explained you date will be in the numbers. Now date is done, sir. Sir, with this the reconciliation get over, sir. Now I'll share you this sheet, sir. Sir, what is the next trouble out of this, sir? What is the next step to be logically done after arriving at this array from the books? Sir, please mind it is only one time you are going to do this. Every other client, connect this Excel file, right click and refresh. Every time you need not to put this formula. As far as only to limit it to the matter of copying from the pivot and paste it here and applying the formula. All others are automatic. Okay, what else to be done, sir, after this? Sir, we have to tag or filter these transactions as 3 types, sir. Primarily, input, output, or GST payment. Sir, you can apply a filter taking all the negatives, convert it into ITC. Preferably inputs are debited ITC. You can take all positive items, tag it to a output. So you can have one more column here called type. So you can have 3 input, output and payments. So now again, you know the credit notes, all the credit notes and debit notes need not to be disclosed in GSTR1. The credit notes and debit notes relevant to our outward supply alone need to be disclosed. So on the case-to-case basis, you can see those things manually you can do, because credit notes and debit notes will not run into many big numbers. So finally you can have a type with the 3 items mentioned, ITC or output or payment. So what is the next step, sir, after categorizing this? It has only 90 entries. For me it will get over in a fraction of a second. What is the next move after classifying this, sir? What, sir? No, after this, what is the next step? Logically we need to move. I didn't get you, sir, please. We more louder, sir. Sir, what is the next thing after this we have to do, sir? We have taken all extracted, transformed and loaded the information from a ERP like Tally to Excel. What is the next step we have to primarily do in audit? Compare with 2B or 2A or 2C, 2D, whatever it's yet to come. Okay, I'm serious, sir. You know, there will be anytime soon there will be a 2B. By end of the year, 2B will be taken out of the scene and there will be another form by the name 2C will get introduced because of the amendments given in section 16 subsection 2 clause AA and AB as soon as it's been notified. Certainly there will be a 2C. No worry, sir, we have a number until Z. So I believe even after ZA or something will get introduced, certainly we'll have new forms. So what is the biggest trouble in taking 2B, sir? Or 2A for the matter, for old years? Consolidating multiple files, multiple years into one. Also, there will be a problem when branch level entries are given where tally is maintained as a cumulative one, you will have a trouble. And 3B data comes in PDF files. Sir, I am not speaking about any third-party softwares. From the site it comes as a 3B, sorry, it comes as a PDF file. That's a trouble in converting. What if I say, sir, I think this particular item, the comparison, I think I've done explaining you in the last 20 minutes. I believe reasonably you can even do faster than this. What if I claim that your 1, 3B, 2B now all get converted in a fraction of less than 3 seconds from a GST site? I'm not joking, sir. You have to download the JSON file from the site. There is another tool also. Later, after this tea break, I'll let you know. There is a site called GSTauditor.in. Sir? It's one minute, sir. Yes. Pardon? Free.
GST?
Auditor.in. I'll share you the link as well, sir. www.gstauditor.in. I don't know, my bandwidth allow me to load a small website. A small site, sir, where no login, nothing is required, sir. No data has been withheld. It was made ready by the guidance of DC, sir. Initially, it was done in an Excel file. Unfortunately, I could not upgrade. Later, you can click this button, upload multiple files, sir. Even branch level, there are 5 branches. 5 into 12, there are 63B files. No problem. Click this one single button. A file open dialog box will window will open. I've already kept a few GSTR1s for your analysis. I've done like 40-50 files are there. I'll show you with 10 files. I'm selecting everything, giving open. 6 files has been added. Now I'm going to click on 1 or 3B, please convert. So it will take 2 seconds generally to upload, sir. It's taking 5 seconds here. Now all that 5 seconds being converted into Excel file. So I'll open the Excel file. I'll open this Excel file. So initially, when I start this, it took a little over 30 minutes to convert this. When I do it in Excel VBA, which I'm going to take post T, then I convert it into Python. Okay, it's taking only 3 seconds, sir. Now I'm finding conversion is happening faster, Excel is taking more time to open. So I'll open this and I'll freeze this for before we break, sir. Sir, there is a new option nowadays. Any file downloaded from the internet, the 365 is asking to unblock, sir. So that's a bad. Sometimes the updates go messy. So I don't know how to fix this. Anyone, let me know that how to fix this. Yes, done, sir. Yeah, this is a file in the Excel utility. You try to fill in this way and download all the data, upload all the data to the site. You'll have 17 parts in GSTR1. All the 17 parts just like that being consolidated. No data has been altered. Very important point. After every row, every line of information, 2 new fields have been inserted, the dealer's GST number and the period in which that file has been inserted. The problem is, sir, when the return has been prepared, they will use a Excel utility, prepare, convert it to a JSON file and upload. After uploading, they will go to do 4 or 5 changes. Finally, some version will get finally submitted. When we ask the client what you have submitted, they will give the intermediary Excel file, consolidate and give you. There is an issue in handling the authenticity of the data. So in this case, data is being downloaded. That particular line item of the invoice, which period it's been inserted, also shown here. So like that, every record, all the 17 parts of the GSTR1, including HSN code and everything, all the data has been downloaded this way and given. So with this, your 1, 2A, 2B, 3B, or whatever being introduced to 2C or 2D will also get implemented. Only work is you have to download and keep the JSON file. After the break, I'll also let you know how to download all the JSON file in one shot. Another tool is giving you to download. So when you download and keep all the input item, you can go and reconcile with 2B. All the output items from the EARP, you can go and reconcile with GSTR1 and GSTR3B. With this, you can complete the first preliminary review of the GST audit in less than 30 minutes and give it to the client, sir. So with this, I'll complete the lecture. Before this, sir, we will break for tea for 15 minutes, come back. We'll continue with the other things. Post break, we are going to see how to do forensics with the GST, how to do enable audit features in Tally, how to do a Excel macro for a Excel level automation. This is the agenda post the break, sir. All right. See you then, sir. You can break for. Yeah. Also, attendance sheet has not been signed by many faculties here. So I will request whoever not signed the attendance sheet since morning, please sign. Only one signature is required for a day.